Hey y'all, I'm back again. Just switched up the hair, changed my outfit, got myself together. I'm on the highway, headed to this doctor's appointment. Oh boy. Okay, sure. Either you gonna get over or you gonna stay in the lane. But yeah, so back on it again. So pray that everything goes well. My last couple of kidney appointments went pretty good, but like I said in my other video, I have some concerns about some of the medication that the dentist prescribed me. And truth be told, I wouldn't have took it, but y'all know I've been in so much pain that it forced me to take it. But I haven't really been taking it that long, so I'm hoping that it hasn't caused any damage to my kidneys. And I'm praying that everything goes well. Just to give y'all a little insight, because I know y'all like kidneys. What's wrong with your kidneys, girl? Nothing's wrong with them. I just been having to go so that they could continue to make sure that they're okay and in good working condition. Long story short, a couple of years back, well, I think has it been about 2 years, 2 or 3 years, I had an abscess on my ovaries, well, on my left side, ovary and tube, and, I have been experiencing some abdominal pains, and it got to a point where it was causing me very much discomfort. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't move, like everything pretty much hurt. And so I ended up going to the ER to have it looked at, to see why I'm having those pains. And turned out they did some x-rays. X-ray came back that I had an abscess. At the time, it was the size of a golf ball, but they could tell that it was growing and growing fast. It went from the size of a golf ball to the size of a softball in little to no time, you guys. That's just how fast it was growing. And so they had me transported out of town to another hospital, to a facility that could better suit my needs. And I spent a couple of weeks in there. They were pumping me with antibiotics and fluids and things like that to try to keep the abscess from growing, in hopes that it would shrink on, through the antibiotics and stuff, through the treatment. It still was growing. They kind of got it to where it was at a standstill, but it wasn't shrinking or anything like that. So the next option, of course, after they had exhausted all their options, the only option left was to remove my ovary and tube. But because of how fast it had spread it, they ended up having to remove both sets of ovaries. Either it was both sets of ovaries or both sets of tubes. I can't quite remember which one it was. But, yeah, so I went through a whole ordeal with that. If y'all want a story time, more details into my experience with that, let me know in the comments, because someone or even you personally may be going through something similar. But it was a whole experience, you guys. It was scary. It was a lot to it, due to my blood pressure, it caused some issues. It honestly was, I know it's looking cool. It honestly was a life and death situation. But I conquered, I overcame, and I survived. Me and my cousin and last night we were reflecting back on, how our relationship started to grow and how we started to blossom. And, we were sitting there like the day before I went to the hospital, I believe. We were literally sitting there at her house, her, me, and our other cousin. And we were just having a good old time, just laughing and enjoying it. And she was saying about how, we were having so much fun that we didn't even realize that with all that laughing, I could have been gone, y'all. Just from that, because it literally wasn't anything stopping that abscess from busting open inside of me, y'all, but God. And that's why I say, that journey put a whole lot of things into perspective. You never know what's going on inside your body, any given time. I have been working. I had, just life. I was so consumed in life, you guys, that, honestly, when the pain started, because it had been hurting for a minute, and I'm not even gonna lie, I had been experiencing some discomfort in my stomach area. But, you think along the lines of, oh, it could be cramps, or maybe it's something I ate, or maybe I got trapped gas. It could be a number of things, but thinking light on the situation, not knowing, not realizing I had a whole abscess. Like, could afford it wrong. Y'all, I could afford it wrong, y'all, and been out of here. I could have burped, the cough, the sneeze, or anything wrong. But God in His grace, He saw fit to let me stay here. He saw fit to let me continue on this journey, whatever it may be that He has set in place for me. He has something for me to do and to accomplish. I don't know what it is. I don't know who it is I'm here to help. It could be He needs me here for my baby, because ain't nobody gonna advocate and fight for my baby like me. Now, my mom will go hard for him just like she would have went hard for me. But like she always tells me, there's nothing like having your mother. There's nothing like your mother's love. And I can attest to that, because it took that experience to humble me down and realize that if it were not for my mom, I wouldn't make it through a lot of things, you guys. I really wouldn't. I'm 32 years old, and it's people out there that I know who parents, who their moms, they don't have that type of relationship with their mom. It's crazy that it took me this long to realize that my mom is my OG friend. Like, she's my best friend, hands down. I got friends, but she's my best friend, and I love that. But yeah, so I just wanted to, kind of give you guys some little insight. So as far as that goes, the antibiotics that they were putting into me or whatever, pumping in me or whatever you want to call it, those antibiotics ended up messing with my kidneys. So that's why I say, when you got to be mindful when you're taking these medicines and stuff, people, all that stuff has effect on your body. Yeah, it's treating one thing, but at the end of the day, it can cause other problems. The antibiotics were used to fight the abscess, in which it was so far gone that the antibiotics didn't work, and because they were pumping me with the antibiotics for such a long period of time, they started messing with my kidneys. That's like, I look at, for pain and stuff, I always take ibuprofen, Motrin, and things with aspirin in it, because that seems to be the only stuff that works for me. But because of my kidneys, now I can't take aspirin. Tylenol has never really worked for me. And now that's the only thing I pretty much can take, you know, unless approved by a doctor. So it's crazy, but it's amazing how you can take something to make you feel better or to make you better and then heal you, but then the side effects causes another issue and problem, especially when you're doing prolonged usage. You know, that's crazy. It's so crazy. So yeah, that is why I go to a kidney specialist. They just basically monitor and make sure that the kidneys are still functioning and doing great. So that's what I do. So I'm just saying to my ladies, even to you fellas, because I know y'all be the hardest ones to get to go to doctors. Go to the doctor. I'm understanding your 20s, you know, we feel like we're invincible and life is just up for the taking, you know, like you just live life to the full. But if you are in your 30s or approaching your 30s, ladies, gentlemen, please go to doctors. Go get your yearly checkup, ladies. Even you fellas, if you don't like to go to the doctor that often, go yearly, at least once a year. Go and check and make sure everything's okay. If you're having a pain, something that isn't so easily explained away, or it's a persistent pain, or you know you ain't never felt that before, go to your doctors. Take care of your bodies, take care of your vessels, take care of your capsules, you know, because you never know what's going on inside your own body. Sometimes our body, you feel like, oh yeah, I know me, I know my body, but sometimes your body can fight against you. Sometimes your body is trying to fight something within you that you don't even know what's going on. You think about your coronavirus is going on and it's going around, but it's other things that can take you out of here just as fast as coronavirus. Don't let coronavirus be the reason why you go get checked up. Go get a checkup because it shouldn't take us being bent over a barrel in pain for us to just go to the doctor. I have been staying on it. I do my yearlies. I keep up with my kidney appointments. I just recently got into, you know, it took excruciating pain with my mouth for me to start back going to the dentist, but I'm gonna keep up with it because I know I have some issues with my mouth, and I'm low key, you know, I be joking and people be taking me for a joke when I say I want to go get all my teeth snatched out my head and just go ahead and get the dentures. I do the little quick dentures first, and then when I have enough money saved up, I'll go and I'll do the implants. But even with that turns out to be problems and issues. So I'm like, do I really want to go and do the implants, or do I just not even want to fool with it? I don't care. If my teeth clacking, oh well. This ain't got to be dealing with no pains from no bad teeth. You feel me? Because they fake. So I don't know. I just wanted to come out here and kind of, you know, encourage you guys to take care of yourselves. And if you're one of those who already be on it, kudos to you. You are ahead of the game. Even if it was something that forced you to take those steps to start going to the doctor, go. You know I'm coming up on, you know, where I need to be making the decision whether or not I'm going to be getting my mammograms, because I know that cancer plays a role in my family. You know, I lost a grandmother to cancer, and it's devastating, but it makes you think, like, you know, get your health in order, stay on top of it, because you never know. I'd rather catch something early than to let it get too far gone and there's nothing I can do about it. So y'all just be blessed. I'm finna continue carrying on this journey to this doctor's office, and